Okay, so we're back, and this is my video game today. I got a lot to go over, so I'm going to try to make this quick. So before I had collision boxes for all of these different ground sprites, but now I have it set up to where I have one collision box for just one sprite, and it goes all the way across. It doesn't technically right now, it goes to about here. So there's a possibility there could be some collision problems right over here where your character gets stuck, but that'll be fixed in due time. And as you can see, takes too long, but the level has gotten quite a bit bigger. And I did that by basically copy and pasting things in this hierarchy and then just moving them accordingly across. And then we have our camera over here, and I added a script to it over here. Um, and you can see the player is connected to the camera in the script. And this is called in the camera script up here. And this is the code for it. We have a game object player, and that calls the player. That basically references the player in the script, and then we have a vector3 offset. So when we go to start, it will calculate the position of the player. And then in late update, it will basically move the camera to the player's position, and this just loops and loops, and so it continually just follows the player. And then in our animator, so we have animations hooked up to this person. We have an animator component over here, and if we go onto animator, we can see this graph here. And player idle, this is basically the default setting for the player's animation. And I have a variable or a parameter over here. If speed is greater than 0.01, it'll cause the player to play the run animation. If the speed is less than 0.01, it'll play the player idle animation. And then in any state, if this parameter is met, it will play the player jump animation from any state, whether you're running or idle or anything. But this will play for 1 second, and then it will switch to player idle if you're not moving, or player run if is running is equal to true. And so if we go into our player controller script, we have over here the animator will set the float speed, and then down here in void jump, if key code space is pressed and you're not jumping, it'll set jumping to true, and then it'll add the force to create the jump, and then it'll set off the trigger for the jump animation. And then on landing, it'll set the jump to false. Actually, I think I need to change that to trigger. Set trigger. I was using a bool before, but I don't think it was working. No, maybe not. I'll just leave it for now. I'll go over it some other time. And there's an enemy and dies method over here, but that's not doing anything right now. This will change which way your character is facing. It'll transform the scale, whether or not which way you're moving. So that's the code for the player controller. What else was there to go over? Gravity. Oh yeah, my player had troubles jumping before, but I thought it was a bug in the code, or maybe it was a bug in the game or the game engine or something. I thought I had done this before, but apparently I had to adjust the jump force and also adjust the gravity scale up here, and now it can jump properly. And so if we play the game, we can see that I have the speed set really high so I can show that the level is expanded quite a bit. And you can see that when I run, the character will play the running animation, and also if I jump, it'll play the jump animation as well. So that's my game to date. Thank you for your time.